toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in Bowling Green. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Hilltoppers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Purdue's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And the Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to pass, it's Cole. On target to the left. Off and running. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hilltoppers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Makes the catch. It's Jean-Pierre. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Cole. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Guys, one of the oldest and most spirited rivalries in the FBS is being renewed today. Oregon and Oregon State are squaring off. Here is the latest. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few 1st downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Meyer. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Hilltoppers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, looking for a space. Flips it out on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
It's now 3rd down.
The Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, WKU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away.
Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gives it on the option. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Caught in the backfield, it's Flowers. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
To throw, it's Cole. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. We've had some early scores. They got the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Myers. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Meyer. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter.
Loses 2. Brings up 3rd down.
We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll go back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Meyer. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big.
And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Cole. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on first down. He's got it at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Used the play fake, now to throw. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. looking to get it in. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Purdue! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Tight end now in motion. Shotgun snap on third down. Oh, they're after him. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll close in on him after a good... on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on the... There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Cole. Back's looking for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's a heat. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Jean-Pierre. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Snares it outside. It's Jean-Pierre.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll try the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Hilltoppers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. The RPO fired complete to the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Toppers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
He's got him. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
The Boilermakers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second.
Breaks into the open. The 30, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. They take the lead with the 6. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Cal. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Looking for a man. It's Cole. It's complete to the left. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
He breaks the tackle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Second down coming up.
Rides the back on the option to give. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Boilermakers have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Back to throw, it's Cole. Pressure coming. He's got it. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll cut the lead to 1, 28 to 27. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Jean-Pierre. To the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Hilltoppers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And the Hilltoppers with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now on first down from the 28. They send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there's something to be said for knowing on offense when the play is over. That guy didn't know that. That's a huge loss, and now they're right back to the line of scrimmage trying to go fast.
Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Off play action on first down. He's got his man across the middle. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Cole. The short hands, it's Flowers. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the back. Finds some fresh air. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Get him a 10-yard pickup.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Sends it back in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Purdue! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
Back to pass, it's Cole. Using his feet to buy time. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, that's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll move the tight end. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The short hands, it's Jean-Pierre. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
He wants to throw it again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Hilltoppers are rolling down the field. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's carry on.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy... throw the football.
And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running to the left. Running to Green. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
The Hilltoppers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Boilermakers are facing 3rd and inches. Gives it on the option. Fights off a defender.
And I know with the new clock rules continue to run regardless. But, dude, how about you lower your shoulder, try to fall forward. Now you're set up 4th and short. And listen, this is interesting, right? Analytics are going to tell you something. But you get this first down, there's a great chance you can salt the rest of the clock.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Jean-Pierre. Turns it on in midfield. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
And the Hilltoppers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gotta find a completion on this one. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.